you see in the near future with the AI models coming into place that we can have just the core of processing with the nodes and some AI nodes just being the police nodes, or let's say the agents, as you would call it in Matrix, who are just monitoring the entire network for any malicious behavior, and they are trying to understand patterns in terms of how everybody's processing their data. And we would not need to put this entire logic and overhead in each node and verifiability at each point, and let that be abstracted to the AI nodes and the agents to be able to figure out if something's wrong and penalize those nodes accordingly. Hence, making the entire network far more efficient, far more faster than anything that we've seen. Do you see that becoming a possibility anytime soon?
Absolutely, because every chain makes all their data available to the public, right? So every transaction that has been submitted to a node, and what are the behavioral patterns associated with how the transactions were processed, minute details pertaining to latency between node-to-node communications. When we as humans try to come up with the individual rules to identify abnormal behavior, we are very suboptimal. But when you provide an AI model with the complete purview of how a specific data set was handled, with more and more transactions and labels associated with all those transactions, AI models can identify deviations in behavior. And so, as a peer node in a network, for me to run audits in the near term, I would believe that AI models, which are not fully decentralized, those are still centralized pieces. But I can take an AI model and characterize the behavior of an arbitrary node in the network, and raise an alarm when the patterns are very, very different. So definitely AI is going to be a big part of Web3 before we realize it. And do
you think that should be our next paper? Like, should we be the pioneers in terms of, given especially your experience of 17 years in AI, do you think that that's something that should be our topic for the next paper?
That in terms of topics for next papers, I don't think there is an end to it. We have to be looking at just peer-to-peer networking, not make any assumptions, just peer-to-peer networking, just cryptography, and just distributed systems and distributed compute. When we are talking about a world data store, that problem is not for the faint-hearted. So AI would definitely be a good thing to have, but there are going to be lot more core problems that we have to solve to make this entire pipeline real time and cost effective. So
So I think we'll have a lot more papers, not only related to AI, but also in terms of. So I guess we're looking to a lot more papers coming out from the Kandola research
definitely
team.
So that has to be the way. That has to be the way, because that will be the way we will get the best feedback from the top academicians, all the top minds in the world, and we will gain momentum with every acceptance. The team gains momentum, and the project will roll along. And this has been the track that almost every successful blockchain has had. The more papers they have more releases, and more papers with more upgraded algorithms and more releases, and finally they have the closest to real platform. So yeah, that's going to be the whole pathway.